I think we got to change that to maybe 15 seconds. That 30 seconds is like, oh, my God, it feels like 3 hours. Well, if you were with us yesterday, Amadeus, welcome back. If you're with us yesterday, we got a lot right yesterday, I think, Paul, right?
Yeah, I think Bill should have made some enough of a bank to cash
Bill,
out.
yeah, I should send some tips this way, I think, Bill.
He was here. He was with us.
Yeah. Bill, and then I'm not sure if I got caught at the tennis. The defending state champion got beat in the county tournament in the finals. So it went to 3 sets, and it was a very good match. So didn't end until close to 3, and I had to rush home so I could see Manchester City destroy Arsenal. And Arsenal, it's interesting because they already have the odds out for next year. And I wrote a story about that today. Arsenal is the 5th choice next year to win the Premier League at 10-1 behind Manchester City, who's 4-5, Newcastle 7-1, Manchester United 8-1, Liverpool
It
9.
all depends on the
Why is Liverpool still in there?
transfer window.
I think they assume Liverpool is going to spend some money, but I'm not sure. Look, I mean, it's this. I'll tell you. I looked at the schedule too. This is a big game Sunday for Liverpool because if Liverpool can win that game, there's a path for them to get to 71 points. If they get to 71 points, there's a chance they finish top 4. I don't think they will because I think Manchester United will have enough now that they're out of all the other stuff and the FA Cup isn't until afterwards. I think they'll be all right, but
Guys, I think you are very quick to forget that this is pretty much the same Liverpool team that from last year. They don't have Mane, but they added Darwin and Cody.
They've been very lucky with some.
So
They've been very lucky with some stuff has gone their way. I mean, look. They're on 32 points, 53 points, 32 games, 53 points. They're still behind Aston Villa. But, they've played 2 more games than Manchester United, and they're still 6 points behind. So, they've played 1 more game than Newcastle, and they're still 6 points behind. Could they catch them? Maybe. Will they?
Yeah.
I don't know. They have this is their schedule the rest of the season. They play Tottenham at home, then Fulham, then Brentford at home. Somehow they got every game at home here. Leicester away, Villa at home, Southampton away. So, I think they'll drop some points there. To get to 71 points, they have to win all 6 of those.
71. Who said that 71 is the? Who came up with that number?
Well. Okay, so here, let me show you this. So,
I've read some articles today coming from some kind of supercomputer that Liverpool will finish 4th in front of Newcastle with 71 points. But in your side,
if Liverpool wins out, they get 71 points. So the problem, like for Manchester United's at 59 points with 8 matches to go. To get to 71 points, they just need to win 4 matches. And when you look at their schedule, they play Spurs today. They play home against Villa, tough game. Brighton, tough game. West Ham away. But then
but you never know. You see what happened yesterday with Nottingham and Brighton?
Yeah.
Brighton is a great team. No chance they lose there. And what happens? So you can never count. You see how Arsenal blew up the title?
Yeah.
They don't have a victory in 4 games. So
I would rather be Manchester United
for
games left to pick up. You got 8. When you have 8 games left to pick up 13 points, I think that's better than having whatever. I guess somebody said they're going to beat Newcastle to 4th place.
Yeah, I saw somewhere in the internet today some supercomputer predictions and kind of stuff.
We did that. I think I know that was one of the ones I did. Everton today. Southampton at home, Arsenal at home, Leeds away, Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, and Newcastle. Once again, I mean, they need 12 points to get to 71, and that's Liverpool has to win out to get to 71. So,
well, I won't be surprised if Leicester wins this game against Newcastle. If Chelsea wins the game against Newcastle,
it just depends. If Newcastle doesn't need the points to finish top four, you just don't. That's the thing. I mean,
right now the cliche we're looking game after game is.
Ask Amadeus what he thinks about Liverpool.
Liverpool's a garbage team. It has nothing to do with the way they performed this year. They were on the decline coming into the season. Didn't like this team at all. They've proved me right every step of the way so far. And honestly, all I've seen all year with this Liverpool team is a team that can't win without help from VAR. So, they didn't beat West Ham yesterday. Absolutely not.
Very lucky.
Okay, there was a handball in the last in the last minute. That's a handball. But if it was a West Ham player that handballed it, I guarantee you it's a penalty for Liverpool. So I don't want to hear about how Liverpool's a good team. They're not a good team.
And they play Tottenham on Sunday. What do you say about Tottenham?
Oh, that's just the garbage bowl. Tottenham versus Liverpool. That is an absolute trash bowl. You got two sloppy defenses that are just going to give up goals all day.
I'm excited. I'm just hoping this Tottenham defense doesn't show up today. There's going to be a response after Sunday. Ryan Mason, have them ready.
That was amazing. I had Newcastle and the over in that one, and I was just laughing 8 minutes into that match. It was embarrassing for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Today you got three games in the Premier League. It's not the biggest day of action around though.
Hey, it's gonna be Wan Bissaka against Heung-min Son.
Well, that's advantage Wan Bissaka then, because he's the best.
Yeah, I've been reading about the best right back in the world. Better than Trent, better than Reece James, better than.
He's very good defensively. I'll say that he's very good 1v1.
He's always been.
Sometimes he's out of position, which makes him have to do those plays, but he's very good at recovery.
Well, it all depends on the other 10 players' positioning on the field.
Yes, I agree.
It's not always his
fault.
fault.
He's getting pulled out of position by the center back sometimes and all that stuff. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and he's always been known for his defensive actions and that he is not contributing in attack. But now, after their victory against penalty shootout victory against Brighton, now all the fuss began about one game. This is all the English media needs.
All right, well.
To start praising someone. And Haaland. Now I've been reading that Haaland deserves the Ballon d'Or.
I would look if City wins the treble and he ends up with 60 goals, then I don't know how you give it to anybody else.
Yeah, a big if, yeah, but if Real wins the double and Benzema ends up and no one's talking about Benzema.
Well, yeah, no, everybody's talking about Messi. Well, I don't,
Yeah, it's deserved for Messi since December.
Yeah. All right, so we got Everton and Newcastle and Southampton, Bournemouth are the 2:45 games, and then Tottenham, Manchester United are 3:15. I need Everton I need Newcastle not to win to stay alive in my knockout pool because I took Brighton yesterday.
Everton's going down.
I'm not. And by the way, Amadeus, where can you find your picks today?
Oh, BigAl.com and PickAdvisor.com.
Do you have any plays in those two games, Southampton, Bournemouth, or Everton, Newcastle?
I got a play in one of them. I won't say which one.
Okay. Is there a play outside of that you like in those games? Southampton, Bournemouth. Southampton stinks. I mean, every game they play is like, oh, here's another chance for them to think, and they never do it. And this Bournemouth team,
they've already taken it for granted, I think. that they're
Yeah,
going
and
down.
Bournemouth now, if they get to 36, if they win today and get to 36 points, I mean, I think they stay up. I mean, I think they stay up anyway, but
I'm telling you, Leeds, you're gonna see Leeds getting relegated, man. They're on the train down.
Leeds,
they have been awful.
I think Everton's in a lot of trouble. I still think Leicester is, but Southampton. Obviously, I think Newcastle probably wins that game pretty easily over Everton, but at Southampton, Bournemouth, I would probably take a shot on Bournemouth draw no bet or Bournemouth double chance or something like that. Or Bournemouth and draw is minus 175. Really can't bet that. But Newcastle, the odds kind of keep creeping up every time I look.
Yeah, they were like minus 125 yesterday, I think.
Yeah, they're minus 140.
Bournemouth, I would try my guy, the tall guys. Who are
Billing?
they? Yeah, Phil Billing and the striker.
Oh,
yeah. They're like twins. Looking at them on the field, they're like twins, tall and skinny.
Yes,
I would like at their shots on target because Billing has been scoring lately.
Solanke. Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
So Billing shots on target or shots?
Well, it depends on the value. What?
So shots on target for Solanke over a half is minus 182. Billing is over 1/2 is plus 135 shot on target for Billing.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay. And then Billing over 1.5 total shots is plus 132. Solanke over 2.5 shots minus 112.
Yeah, but again, it all depends on the lineups, the starting lineups. This with the shots.
See if the lineups are out yet. No. I like that Billing kid. I've been saying this for a couple years. I think he's the kind of guy that could go to another team, and he causes havoc. I mean, if you put him in a decent,
yeah, he offers another kind of attacking threat, another dimension to the attack.
Yeah. I actually think he's a little bit undervalued, and I think he would be pretty good. I mean, I don't know if United would take him or whatever, but if you put him in a Brighton or if you put him in a better team, it's the same thing. I mean, when you look at this Southampton team's going to get rated as soon as they go down. That Lavia is a monster. He's a city,
Lavia is crazy. I think he's City or Chelsea's.
I came from Manchester City. Yeah, they actually have a buyback clause, but not until next year. The kid, the Bella Kochap, the center back is a monster.
Oh, he's a German. Yeah, I've looked at him. German, crazy. Very tall, very strong.
Juno is young. I mean, they got a lot of young talent. So
Ward Prowse. The best free kick taker. Yeah, they have a lot of good players, and they will go on the cheap now. When they get relegated, they will go on the cheap.
Any kind of thoughts on that, Amadeus? This game?
Yeah, not really the best game to bet on. I mean, that's another one that's a real garbage bowl, but. It's tough. Bournemouth has been playing a lot better lately. I think if they come to play defensively, then they probably have a chance to get a point out of that match for sure.
And then you got the Tottenham and Manchester United game. Obviously, I have no idea who's playing and who's healthy for United. Bruno was a walking boot, but I think it was precaution. He's never missed a game for injury in his career ever. So I can't imagine he's going to miss this game. They have another big game on Sunday. They play Aston Villa. So I actually said today, a point, points at the worst result in the world. Obviously, 3 points would be great for United, but points at the worst result in the world because it keeps Tottenham 6 points back, and they have the two matches in hand. So. It's not the worst. Once again though, Tottenham for me, Brighton, they still, they still have 8 matches to go. They're 10 points back of United. I thought that game yesterday kind of tanked their chances to finish. They're not going to finish top 4. They might finish top 6 or 7, but I'm not sure they finished top 4. So really, to me, Villa's played 3 more matches than Manchester United and still 5 points behind. They have that game on the weekend, but what's that?
For me, the top 4 is clear for me. I told you last week.
Yeah, I think so. I think City, Arsenal, United, and then maybe Newcastle 4th. But it's going to be. I don't. 3rd, 4th doesn't matter to me. To be honest, I'd rather finish 3rd than 4th. But it doesn't really matter, does it?
I told you about my interview with Alex Stepney.
Yes.
He had this top 4 in November or December. It was. I'll look at it tomorrow, but it was pretty much the same. The same 4 teams.
I don't think Aston Villa, as good as they've been, and look, they're sitting in 5th right now. I can't see them. Even if they win their next 5 matches, once again, it's only 69 points. I don't think 69 is going to be enough to finish top 4. I would be more scared of. I would be more scared of Liverpool because their schedule is not that good. But once again, anybody could lose to anybody. But I would be more nervous about Liverpool getting to 71 points, getting to breaking that.
We spoke about this yesterday, about the experience and the inexperience. And Liverpool have this kind of experience going on a long winning streak. Just because they need it, not because they have the quality, just because they need it, and they can. I believe they can pull it out. But
any thoughts on this Tottenham United game? Amadeus, you probably play on it, right?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because Man United has dominated Tottenham really in the recent matches, but you're definitely going to expect a response from Tottenham after that 6-1 slapping. So.
I don't think they're that
really
good.
Tough. I don't think they're a good team either. But to me, the issue is Manchester United is obviously, you're missing your 2 best defensive players. So for you to have a chance in this game, you're probably going to have to go a little more attack heavy. And Tottenham, they're going to be pushing for goals. Like they lost 6-1 to Newcastle. Before that, it was that embarrassing loss to Bournemouth, which makes up for the Brighton robbery a little bit, but. And that was their last home match too. The 3-2 loss to Bournemouth, and they gave up the 2 goals late. Like they have to be pushing for goals in this. Their defense is trash, so I can't I can't see. It's going to be tough for Man United to get. I know they've dominated Tottenham for the recent matches, but I think Tottenham might get the win here.
I'll take a draw. I mean, a smash and grab, whatever it is. I don't care this game. Here we go. Is that Foxy had to take Chelsea women +1 first half today? It seemed way over the top. Yeah, that's I think it's 0-0, I think, right? Yeah, it's 0-0. Amadeus, I know sometimes you're looking at those games.
Is Putellas playing? No.
Nope.
Well,
Barcelona's up 1-0 on aggregate. So, yeah, it's interesting, Foxy, that some of those games have been a little bit predictable. So, you kind of see there. But
I'm curious to know, Foxy, who do you like to win the Brazilian league this year? Because I was looking at the odds earlier. They got the newly promoted Grêmio as a top 7 team to win the Brasileiro. So there's some interesting ones like Flamengo. Flamengo's the favorite to win the Brazilian league and Copa Libertadores, or they were, but I don't think Flamengo is going to be that good this year.
They say Palmeiras here +175, Flamengo +300, Fluminense +400. But
who is Hendrik playing for?
Well, he's going to be on Real Madrid, what, in 2024?
Yeah, I know he's gonna be, but right now, who is he playing
He
for?
plays for Palmeiras.
the favorites.
Well, yeah, that explains all.
And that's honestly, I kind of like Palmeiras. Yeah, I was looking at Fluminense too. Fluminense has been really good actually over the last. They were great in their their off-season league, and yeah, that's a team actually. I was there. I think they're right now. They're plus 400 to win. Oh,
400 to win, and they're plus 900 here to win the to Copa Libertadores. No surprise. Palmeiras, Flamengo, River Plate, Fluminense, Boca Juniors, Corinthians, Internacional. So 7 of the 8 teams are either from Brazil or
see. It's funny because before the Brazil City actually started, because I think we're two match days in now, and before the group stage started for the Copa Libertadores, Flamengo was the favorite for both, and now you're starting to see them slip. And I think that's going to be a common theme for them all year. They weren't playing well when they were in the Club World Cup. They were starting to decline. Actually, I know they pulled out the Copa Libertadores win, but they were starting to decline at the end of the season, and they really just haven't played well lately. So not expecting. They're still going to be a top team, I think, but I wouldn't.
Let me tell you the joke. Is Arturo Vidal still there?
I think actually, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he was at Leverkusen. They declined. He went to Munich. They declined. He went to. They declined. He went to Barca. They declined.
Oh, there you go. There's the issue. Yeah, we have a thing in the NBA too. We call it the Kyrie effect. So it's the Vidal effect. It's the Vidal effect. All right. Yeah, good to know. But yeah, no, I really do think Flamengo, like, they're probably still going to be a top team, but I wouldn't have faith in them to win any of these big competitions.
There's only one NBA game tonight. Celtics -7 in Atlanta, which is interesting.
Yeah, they had to move a Janet Jackson concert for this.
Wow.
Atlanta double booked. They didn't even think there was going to be a game 6. And then they told Janet that she had to move the concert.
State Farm Arena is in demand.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw it, but Trae Young tweeted at Janet Jackson saying, "Sorry, not sorry, but I hope you can make the game now."
Ice cold.
That's funny. Man, that's a high line. I don't know.
That opened, I think, at like 5.5 too a few days ago, or yesterday or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely creeped up.
What do you think, Paul?
I'm not picking any of these lines. Plus or minus 7.
Too high, I think. Anything?
Yeah, and if Boston wins, it can easily be with a blowout win.
They have. I thought these lines are going to be up here. I got Fluminense at plus 2,000 before it started for Libertadores. I thought they were going to have the top pick here, the odds for the number 1 pick, but I guess they've taken those down. Tonight's the NFL draft. The New York Jets are plus 1,400 all of a sudden to win because they have Aaron Rodgers now. So, but
they're going to be so great with Aaron Rodgers.
We'll see. Got pretty good teams in that division. It's interesting. I don't know. The AFC is tough, man. You gotta beat the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals. Flamengo scored 8 yesterday.
Flamengo. Who did they play? Was that? Oh, that must have been in the Copa Libertadores. Yeah. They were probably a huge favorite. I think I remember glossing over that game. When they're big lines, I don't even bother looking at them.
I don't even see the game.
Yeah, that's very strange for me. When you see plus 4.5 or 5.5 something, how would you know if they're gonna be win by 4 or 5 or 6 goals? Thrashing is gonna be a thrashing.
That happens, yeah, in
Exactly.
those in Euro games and the Euro qualifiers. When these teams play, and I mean, some of these teams are ruthless, and some of them are just like, listen, we're gonna win the group. 3-0 is enough, 4-0 is enough. So it's 4-0 at halftime, and then the game ends 4-0. It could have been 10, but those games are tough. I mean, for me, I always think those games are tough to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can find value if you're getting the home team, depending on the home team. If you can get them for like plus, 4.5, right? It depends all in the matchup, right? Like I know Gibraltar's a team that they're always gonna lose. They're always like the odds have them losing by 5 or 6 goals, but at home they're actually pretty decent. They draw a couple games at home, so. Georgia for a while before the books caught on to that, they're a pretty decent team. Georgia was getting those kind of lines at home. You can get them +1, +2, and I was taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I can say 1-2 particular games that which probably made you money.
Yeah, they like when they play
in Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. You know what? Georgia, I had them against like Norway just recently with +0.5 at home. Like they're a money making team when they're at home. Georgia.
Actually, I was looking at Georgia like probably 2, 3 years ago in a international friendly or qualifier. I forgot what it was, and I'm looking at this kid because he was a kid. Some that I cannot even say the name, and I'm wondering, so why not some little sympathetic team buys this guy because he's a Georgian. I can't spell the name. For 1, 2, 3, 4 millions will do the work, and bam, he's in Napoli now. Taking
Cavaradonna.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh yeah, he really is good. That's why they call him Cavaradonna. He's their guy now.
Yeah, there is no fear in him when taking one-on-one or whatever he's doing. He just has the confidence that, yeah, I'm the guy, I'll do it. So, yeah. Not that many such players in football right now.
Yeah, he's definitely
believing in themselves.
Yeah, he's definitely a really good player.
Hey, Sean,
Sean, you're muted.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm muted here. Today's the 9th anniversary of the Slippy G game. So,
oh no!
Slipped and fell, and Demba Ba scored and changed the whole title race. I don't know why I was on mute there. That's weird. And then I saw this other tweet. In a season where Manchester United's lost 7-0, 6-3, and 4-0, Arsenal has conceded more goals. So it's interesting.
Yeah, me and you, I don't know Amadeus if he's working with numbers, and you can always turn it to whatever angle you want. I can spin it that United is the best and United is the worst. Arsenal the best, Arsenal the worst. City the best, City the worst. There is always a trick in these numbers, so I'm never paying attention to these tweets. They are funny, but
I noticed you didn't mention a certain team. I noticed you didn't mention another certain team as being the best. I like that. So
Real Madrid.
No, we all know who they are. Valencia is already losing. Wow.
Are they? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble.
And I have some memories that they started good with Gattuso. I was thinking, why on earth you're taking Gennaro Gattuso with all his record with he was managing the Rangers, and then he went to Italy, and he's like Lampard. In the dugout, he's just like Lampard.
Well, I mean, it's crazy because Yeah, I mean, you hear about some, what the owner's done there. I mean, he's just kind of run that team into the ground, and right now, yeah, they're in the relegation zone. I mean, they're in 18th, and they're only a point clear of 19th place. Espanyol, Elche is going down. So, but that would be crazy if Valencia got relegated. But they haven't. They've been terrible. So, wow. All right. So last thoughts here before we bounce. Any kind of predictions today?
Predictions.
No, I'll pass on today.
Hopefully Tottenham passes on today as well, and we'll get 3 more points. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. And we'll give you some more predictions. Bill. See, Bill took all his money and went on vacation, I guess. I don't know. He doesn't want to give us any money, I guess.
Were you guys giving out Brentford yesterday? Was that part of it?
Yeah, yes, we did, because he liked Chelsea, and I said, nah, Brentford. Take Brentford, and we gave him Brentford over 1.5 goals. Foxy, I don't know about that Southampton game, to be honest. I'm not real.
No, this game is for only for shots, because they'll be trying, but if they'll be going in or out is another question. So
luck in the draw.
It's very little to play.
All right, we'll get out of here on that note. We'll see you tomorrow.